Giving wings to the world, embraced in silver and blue, is a tall and slim canned beverage. Right at the center of it, representing power and energy in the golden circle. Overlaying the circle, representing strength and stamina, are two bulls charging at each other. This brand is world famous for its energy drinks. Red Bull gives you wings, a slogan that has us captivated.
And I want to fly like an eagle.
Then you need Red Bull.
Without more introduction is needed, keep on watching as we will reveal how Red Bull sent a man to space. There was nothing like Red Bull when it initially came out on the market. Red Bull's founders had a distinct perspective. They had faith in their creative concept, and by going with their instincts, they transformed a small market into a $1 billion worldwide industry when there was no market for energy drinks. Are you prepared to discover Red Bull's peculiar past and pick up some valuable business advice along the way? If yes, stay watching. The history and origin of Red Bull goes back to two countries on two different continents, Asia and Europe. The fortunate union of the two businessmen led to the combination of ideas that ultimately opened doors to the international sensation that is Red Bull. How familiar are you with krating daeng? Join us as we take another trip down a significant historic journey, one that has greatly impacted our lives. Dietrich Mateschitz is the core reason for the across-the-globe brand awareness of Red Bull. He was born in 1944 in Austria. In his childhood, he grew up with his mother as a result of his parents' separation. After obtaining a degree in marketing from the Vienna University of Economics and Business, searching for a career, he began working for the marketing department of the German brand Blendax. On a work trip, he visited Thailand and met with a businessman, Chalio Yovitia. The long-distance flight caused him to suffer from jet lag. In the hope of the slightest relief from jet lag, he was offered a bottle of krating daeng, a popular drink in Thailand that was served in a container that resembled a medicine bottle. To his surprise, his jet lag completely disappeared. Chalio Yovitia from Thailand had very little in his childhood. His family raised ducks and sold fruit to make ends meet. Into his 20s, he grew up determined to succeed and moved to Bangkok as an antibiotic salesman. With his ever-increasing knowledge of the industry, he set up his own pharmaceutical company, TC Pharmaceuticals. The year 1976 is marked in the historical calendar as the year he introduced his very own version of the non-carbonated energy drink, krating daeng. His sole focus was the working class of farmers, drivers and other labourers. The brand name, when translated to English, means Red Bull. Krating daeng was often marketed as a drink to increase productivity by kicking off a rush of energy and attentiveness, as well as being a great source of refreshment for the tired body. Now that we have identified the two masterminds of Red Bull, let's find out how the duo became partners. Quite fascinated by the energy drink of krating daeng, Dietrich met with Chalio with the hope of establishing an agreement to set up a foundation for the drink's introduction to Austria. Dietrich had a specific beverage in mind, slightly different from the original krating daeng. The sole purpose of introducing the change was to meet Western tastes. The duo met and the changes were agreed upon. The beverage would be carbonated while maintaining the taste of the original krating daeng. And the containers had a major upside-down change. Bottles were out, the aluminium cans were in. The name was changed from krating daeng to Red Bull to meet an easily pronounceable brand name for the Western market. The target market for the two was at two extreme ends. Krating daeng focused on the lower price range, where Red Bull was to meet the higher price variety as a premium drink to cater for the younger crowd. However, the logo remained constant. In 1984, both invested $500,000 each and established Red Bull in Austria. Each partner was entitled to a 49% share, and a 2% share was entitled to Chalio's son. It was also mutually agreed that Dietrich would oversee all operations and Chalio and his son would own the company trademark. As sales began picking up, Dietrich ensured to pick up on globalization. He left no stone unturned in the process of becoming international. Entering the 2000s, Red Bull was available across Europe, the USA, and the Middle East, soon circling the Earth in a protective layer of market domination with a whopping 43% market share in the energy drinks industry. As the company evolved into the decade, they were sure to meet many niche markets with target consumers. In 2013, Dietrich wanted to accomplish more. He's quite the determined one, isn't he? Taking a swing at every possible opportunity. He passed a variety of flavors and called them the Red Bull editions. The most dangerous thing for a branded product is low interest. Dietrich's involvement in the extreme sports segment is widely recognized for the marketing effects and the impact it has created on the entire world. Mentioning a few among many, Red Bull has been associated with motorcycle racing, skateboarding, rowing, surfing, windsurfing, Formula One racing, and NASCAR racing. In fact, by the year 2016, more than 750 athletes were included under the umbrella of Red Bull sponsorships. If you watched the video this far, thank you. Do comment down below what other great brands you would want us to cover, and we are sure to consider it. As Dietrich established a world-renowned brand, Chelio followed his path to success. He maintained and nurtured his initial business, TC Pharmaceuticals, and held a part ownership at an internationally renowned private hospital in Thailand, Piavate Hospital. He was also the co-owner of the authorized importer of Ferrari to Thailand. Unfortunately, Chelio Yovidia passed away in 2012. His net worth was measured at $5 billion, making him the third richest man in Thailand. Dietrich Mateschitz, having accomplished much of the success he searched for, stands proud with a shocking $24.2 billion net worth. While he resides in Austria, he is also an owner of an island. What? Well, with a $24.2 billion net worth, maybe owning an island is like you and me owning a pair of basic sunglasses. Anyway, back to the island. Yes, Laukala Islands off Fiji, which he purchased for £7 million from the Forbes family. Dietrich, like their fates intertwined, had become the third richest man in Austria. Now, for the moment you have all been waiting for. Red Bull did send a man to space. No, it's not to the International Space Station. Red Bull Stratos was a high-altitude skydiving project. Felix Baumgartner, a daredevil skydiver dressed in a pressure suit, flew in a helium balloon to a height of about 39 kilometers and into the stratosphere over New Mexico. From there, he took part in a free-falling mission, letting gravity do the work before parachuting back to Earth. The journey lasted 10 minutes and the parachute was deployed at 4 minutes and 19 seconds. The mission was a huge success and broke world records, and the world watched it live. Goosebumps, anyone? It would be unfair to credit only one of the duos for the accomplishment of Red Bull as an international phenomenon. Chelio's original formula, adapted to meet Western taste buds, coupled with Dietrich's exclusive marketing strategies and aggressive advertisement campaigns, resulted in Red Bull selling more than 7.9 billion cans of the energy drink in 2020. Driving down the road on a long-distance road trip, wouldn't you open a can of Red Bull? Comment down below and let us know. See you in another exciting video.